Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of classified system, not even Gmail.
Well, first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence here.
Nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my gosh.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains
It was the mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It wasn't
secret.
the best choice.
36 of those chains
I said
secret.
it was a mistake.
And 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains
I made a mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are
It
top
was not a
secret.
good choice.
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Honey, someone's going to the house. Someone's going to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Who are you call the pops? I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. They're, I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly, like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No, that's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany. She, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording.
All right, has anyone noticed this trend among some of our government experts lately? It starts off with them telling you a thing. If you question the thing, you will be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. It then turns out later that the thing that they told you wasn't quite as true as they promised you it would be. And when you point this out, they revert to telling you that, well, they never told you the thing that they told you. And then when you show them incontrovertible proof that they did in fact tell you the thing that they told you, they just suggest that you should be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. I can't imagine why we don't.
If you're so confused and disoriented that you don't know where you are or where you're going, there are predators of the spirit who are much worse than snakes that are waiting in wait for you. And the probability that you'll move from aimless, hopeless, joyless anxiety to nihilism, corrosive bitterness, and genocidal fantasy in the fundamental extreme is very high. And so that's possession by a predator of the spirit in the desert of the soul. And that's real.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Seeing nobody really going on tonight, so I figured I'd throw something out. Hey Stan, hey y'all, hey Anarchy, hey Indy, hey Anna, hey Pamela, hey All for His Kingdom, hey Carl, hey Eric, hey Pamela, let's see. Hey Lucia, hey Sheila, hey Frog, let's see, hey Nora, hey BB, let's see, anybody else, hey Mary, I think I covered that and everybody else sitting there, hey y'all ain't saying nothing, links out there, anybody wants to come up, we can just get up and talk about whatever, but just let's be nice and let's air whatever, open mic. I mean, just grab it and come on. Hey, Annalisa. Hey, NC Deb. I looked around, didn't see anybody. Ain't gonna be putting nothing up tonight. I've been sitting here being quiet because there ain't really much to say, but I know everybody out there wants to say something because they're all seeing what's going on. So figure here's the floor to talk. Just because they're uncivilized don't mean we don't have to be, or we have to be uncivilized, that is. Hey, Jen. Let's see. Hey, Carl, let's get you up here.
I don't know if it's going to work. Pretty crappy here today.
Yeah, I heard about it. Are you in where it power's out, or?
No, I've got power so far, but the wind started picking up a little while ago. We got blizzard warnings and all that. It doesn't know what it's wanting to do here, Chuck. It's been rain, it's been ice, it's been sleet, it's been snow, and then it melted, and then it started snowing again. I don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I saw where Lake Ferry put a video up earlier talking about her and 101. There's damn storms in the sky with black clouds and weird looking strobe lights out in the distance.
Oh, hey, I wouldn't doubt it. Hello to everybody in chat. My internet is crappy. Now I can't type to you anyways. Hello, Echo and Pamela and Jen and Indy and All Four and NC Debs and Nora. Oh, they're all showing up here. What's up, Stands Alone? Oh, they're all getting as far as I can go.
Yeah, hey, anybody wants to come up? You girls, come on up. Hell, I ain't gonna bite you. Y'all got something to say? Say it.
I might nibble.
I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm sure Carl don't either. So.
No, and you can back me up when the weather knocks me off here because I'm probably going to be coming and going.
Kind of like the Energizer Bunny, huh?
I don't know. I haven't been called that in a while. So, you know that buoy that washed up on the shore? You seen that?
The buoy that what? Let me turn you up.
That round thing that washed up on shore?
Yeah.
Well, do a Google search on round steel marker buoy. You'll find that exact same thing. I swam right up next to him. I recognized it right away when they showed a close-up of it.
Hey, B.
Oh.
They used them for more.
Let me fix my headset. I'll be right back with you.
All right. Yeah, I thought it looked familiar, kind of like you're saying, like a buoy. It almost looked like a giant version of something you see holding ropes around where it separates a swimming area.
Well, it's for mooring ships. They do use it for marker buoys, but they use them for mooring ships out into the harbors and stuff. Those big ones. That's what it is. Hi, Annalisa.
I think my crap's working tonight. I've been having issues here lately. Try to get on with you, and my internet goes on and off. I don't know. Weird.
Well, AB, we're gonna be just alike tonight then.
Hell, I had issues a minute ago. My keyboard, I picked it up to move it, and it just shut everything down. All the USB went down, so I turned everything off and reconnected everything. That's why I decided to do a live. So if something happens and all of a sudden I'm quiet, that's what happened.
I said it on 10 channel the other night. Just what the hell's going on? I don't even I can't keep up with it. There's just so many damn things. I just read something a minute ago about, I think the Polish border, they're putting up anti-tank barricade, the triangle looking things. And just between that and politics and train derailments and
if they can
aliens,
cut all that shit off over there where they can't travel, that's what they're going to try to do. But as long as they don't go in NATO land, if they go in NATO land, then it gives NATO grounds to do what they do. So
who the hell knows what's going to happen? It's
stupid,
insane in the membrane. I'm just haul my damn chicken. Be thankful for each day that comes.
Yep.
It's I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Don't understand it. Then Tater Head goes over there, and then he goes to Poland, and I was like, yeah, okay. Instead of going and seeing what you can fix in Ohio and worrying about your own yard, you're going to go wander off and check your piggy bank.
Exactly. It's just like sending all the money to Ukraine. I mean, I'm not going to come tell Camo Carl or Texas Chuck, hey, you need to clean your house if my house is all dirty. I need to get mine clean first.
Yep. And why should I buy the neighbor a driveway when I need to fix mine?
Exactly. I mean, unless I'm stupid, that's just common damn sense. I mean, it's just, as we say here in the South, it's just bass backwards. Nothing makes any sense.
Your daddy probably said the same thing mine did. Why worry about somebody else's yard when you got your own yard to worry about? Mind your own damn business.
I got told.
Well, what they're doing makes perfect sense. What they're doing makes perfect sense to me if they're trying to upset the people, start a war, and cover their crimes. Destroy the country right alongside everything they do. It all makes sense to me.
It's a way to sweep the real shit under the rug, and let's worry about Chinese balloons while Hunter Biden's smoking crack and doing weird shit that he does.
Remember, 10%.
Did you hear about the hobbyist that set a balloon up and it disappeared shortly after they claimed they shot down?
I did read that. I'm to the point I don't know what's true and ain't true. I don't know. Was Biden, was that actually him or was that some movie set? I mean, you just don't know. I'm not saying either way. I just don't know. That's why I say I'm from Missouri. People laugh about it. I'm from Missouri. Show me. I want to touch it, feel it, smell it. Then I'll know it's true. Everything else, I have no idea. It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, Frog got a point.
Used to have that bumper sticker that said the Show Me State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frog got a point with the train stuff because there's 1,700 train derailments and wrecks that happen every year. Period. That's been going on for a while.
Yes. It's just publicized more now, and it's bigger.
Frog is right. Now, if they were to concentrate on all these things that are happening more and pointing them out more in the news, it could make it look like an epidemic. If they want to show us every shooting that happens in the United States, it can make it look real bad in a day. It's what they're showing you. They're choosing
and how they're showing it, and how many times.
The sabotage, and them not doing anything about it's the main picture. The train crashes, it's tragic, but it happens all over all the time. But the way they're handling it, that's maybe needs to be brought to attention. True.
Yeah, I don't think nobody here between me and you two and anybody on the panel will disagree that is a, from what I gather, a very bad polluting thing, environmental thing. I mean, it's and they're not doing shit, you know.
And there are crazy storms that are brewing up there right now around it, all them states around there.
Yep, and it's snowing in southern part of California. I mean, it's just again, I don't know.
Had these chemicals in the air. You had HAARP, you had CERN, you had hell. I don't know if anybody's seen the video where they're talking about the vibrations they send into the ground. They create vibrations in the ground, and they can get to certain levels, and they can create earthquakes. And
because all that's frequencies. I mean, every bit of it, and they're messing with the frequencies every day. That affects people. That affects the planet. It's insane, you know. And then, you know, if you look where they drill oil, that's all along that damn, what they call it, North American Craton. You know, it's cool. Right by the volcano in Hawaii, they pump water down there. Do it out in California, they pump water down and get steam, generate electricity. Yep. I mean, how does that sound like something that's really smart to do?
Yeah, like throwing water on a grease fire.
Yeah. There's nothing to see here. Move on. It's all good.
Well, in another 3 days, the WHO's going to take over control of any type of pandemic that happens within the United States.
Oh, the one I like is part of the 2030 plan. If you're in an area that I read this the other day, if you're in an area that like Ohio where that happened, it's deemed highly toxic or pollutant. They force you to move and in the future send you into the smart cities. That's their part of their agenda or their plan.
Got to get you in the corral somehow.
They say
two words.
They say there was cobalt. Say there was cobalt found somewhere around that area where this last thing was too.
Oh.
They're using the trains as a diversion tactic.
Wyatt, please.
Is that why I hear in the background? Hey, Wyatt.
Hey, Carl.
Oh, Lord. Let me get my damn.
Think you're kind of cutting out a little bit, Chuck.
Yeah, it's. I moved the mic too, and I got a fan.
I might be cutting out a little bit.
Want to cut that off?
Let me turn this fan off here. Meat Puppet's coming up. Maybe AB, you and Meat Puppet can finally holler at each other.
Oh, he's the other driver that gets you. I tried to get up there that night.
Hey, Meat.
Let me get my damn charger plugged in.
Can you hear me, Meat Puppet?
I don't think I've seen either one of them holler, Chuck. I don't think I've seen either one of them holler before.
Meat Puppet, you working or you in the I'm trying to find a good word for it. He fell into the nexus.
Dropped off. He might be like me. Had some issues. Sometimes this damn headset, because you know we use headsets, and it won't connect to my phone. Or if I crank the truck up, the damn stereo goes to connecting. That's what's killing. That's what's doing what I do for a living. I get irritated. My son calls me a dinosaur in the trucking industry, and I am. I mean, I got old school ways, and 5 years, if I'm lucky, that I'll be able to continue doing things the way I do.
Yeah, I drove truck in the 80s with my dad, and I hated the clocks on the wheels, let alone the shit y'all got to do now.
Well, I don't do it. I don't have electronic logs, and if you get up next to these trucks now, they got 3 or 4 types of damn devices attached to the windshield, which is not supposed to be legal. You know, with GPS and everything, if that shit goes out, these son bitches are going to be lost. I mean, because old school ways of a map and a CB radio, nobody uses anymore.
Yeah, I ain't figured that one out, why they took CB out of the equation, but all these new jockeys like playing with cell phones anyway, and they drive around like they're in a little sports car.
Don't even get me started. Just
hurry up, pull out in front of you because they're bigger than you.
I had one. Matter of fact, this same load a week ago, I was going up 85 to go to Greenville, and this son of a bitch, he's coming over, pardon my language, but I had other choice words for him at that point in time. He's halfway in my lane, and I'm on the rumble strip, and I didn't want to get in the grass because you get in the grass, especially after rain with a big truck, it ain't good.
No.
And he was inches from hitting me, and I'm laying on the air horn and saying all kinds of nice choice words, 4-letter words. You know, if I could have got my
They
hands
must
around his
really
neck, I'd
put
show
some
you.
brakes.
Yeah, and these
Man,
damn wiggle wagons anymore. I don't see why they look like they're letting 5-year-olds drive them anymore. Them suckers are.
I stay away from them.
Yeah.
I don't like getting up next to him. One of the only accidents I ever had, I had a yellow pulling a set of doubles. We went up under a bridge, and he tagged my trailer, and I moved over. I mean, that last trailer was tagging, just barely touching me, but enough to, we're fixing to have a Daytona 500 last lap moment. And sure enough, I looked up, and they had a piece of equipment where they were sandblasting the bridge, and it was very into my windshield, and I jerked to the right, went back to the left, it ripped the whole side of the trailer out and the back doors, and it broke in half. And I was young. I've been driving very long. It scared DT total shit out of me.
Did you see that train hit that truck on the tracks in New York today?
I've seen plenty of videos of that, and I just.
I hear you, Meat Puppet.
Yeah, we hear you, brother.
It's just that some reason Firefox lately has been causing problems with the Restream. I don't know, but
I hear a lot of people having issues. Go ahead and just use DuckDuckGo or.
That's what I did. I switched over to DuckDuckGo. So here's some interesting little quinky dink because I heard what you mentioned about possible cobalt over in East Palestine, which I heard that unconfirmed report as well. But what an interesting quinky dink. Not only did they have a movie, they filmed over there before the actual event happened, about the exact event that happened. There's also, White Noise, that's the one. There's also a certain chip company that makes microprocessor chips that's looking to move into Ohio somewhere. And then you just
property.
Happen to have multiple safety procedures ignored in order for the train to derail.
Yeah, they knew 20 minutes, the shortest amount, 20 minutes before it happened, they knew that something was wrong.
And then to top off the icing on the cake, you have all these companies like weeks before trying to hand out these MyID medical bracelets.
I saw something about biometrics. I did see something about something was cut on, I think a deputy sheriff or sheriff. I don't know. I didn't catch up.
Actually, but yeah.
Yeah, something was kicked on about I don't know. Like I said, I'm so over. It's so much coming at you, trying to run a business.
Excuse me. That's the point, though.
I know.
So much farmland around there. You got a lot of Amish on both sides of the river, and
they've been attacking the Amish. They don't like them creating their own food source.
Well, no, because they're not relying on the government.
Chat something. I just want to ask D, did you even own a snow shovel?
Y'all can have all that damn snow.
Yeah, I left that shit in Ohio 30 years ago.
I was talking to somebody earlier, and they were like, they were out. It was Miss Stephanie. She lives South California, kind of, and it's snowing out there. And I said, well, check my weather out. And she goes, oh, my God, AB, it's 68 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. And I said, yeah, it's nuts. It's like summertime right now.
Yeah, it's been in the 70s and 80s here for 2 or 3 days. It rained yesterday, and I don't know if it rained today. I ended up falling asleep out of boredom earlier here.
I was going to say, yesterday going down into Dallas, it was, damn near mid-70s yesterday.
We were 80, I think, yesterday or something. I don't know. It's just unseasonably warm.
Yep.
Not right now.
You were talking about the train wreck. Some lady got on, again, I can't verify. She's just saying somebody reported acid rain in Nebraska.
Doesn't surprise me because you got to think about it. Once that stuff's out into the ground by the creek, it transfers to the Ohio River, runs down to the Mississippi eventually.
Mm-hmm. Me, Puppet, you're a truck driver, correct?
That's affirmative, yes, sir.
Are you an independent?
Negatory. I'd like to be. I just don't have the upfront capital to get my own equipment. So
don't, not right now.
Yeah, no. I mean, right now that'd be suicide because the market right now is so screwed up.
Dude, I spent my lease driver this morning. Monday, I was on the phone. It's no shit. from 7 to damn near 12 o'clock trying to get him a load out of Phoenix. I told him, I said, we ain't going back to Phoenix no more. Done with that. And actually, he's fixing to bring my other reefer back, and we've got a deal worked out on dry freight, and it pays $3 to $4 a mile all the time. He's a good. Well, it's and it's better situation for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, with most companies though, as you are, I'm sure aware, if you're not making $4 or $5 a mile, you're not making any money.
You're not stepping ahead. No, and he had to take a load. Only way to get him out of there, Phoenix to Indianapolis, was $3,100. It was $1 under $2 a mile, but Indianapolis was a better area. But I get up there today, he needed to be home, and I couldn't get nothing but from there to Pompano Beach. And I've got connections down there, but they ain't doing much as far as produce.
Yeah, and anywhere you get close to California, everybody's trying to grab because there's nothing coming out of California hardly for y'all.
Well, and Florida's the same way though.
Same way. It's been that way for years.
Yeah, no, Florida's been that way for a long time.
Well, I got connections of produce down there, a produce company, and they start theirs during the wintertime, and they stay. I could go down there and pull some out of Vero Beach, but I don't go down that far. But they've been slow. They're not producing a whole hell of a lot.
I mainly do reefer, but we've had to pick up some dry freight because it's just the refrigerated freight is way down. Of course, dry freight has been way down for even longer.
Hey, well, I got you guys both here. What's the oldest trucks you see still useful on the highways?
You'll still see some old cab overs that have been rebuilt and reworked and running up and down the highway from the 70s and whatnot. Sure.
Really? There's still guys that use them for,
not many, but they're not many, but they're out here. They're redone, and they look good. I've drove a cab over, and I wouldn't.
There's not many.
I mean, hell, I got an antique. Mine's a 99.
Right.
Yeah, me and my old man, we restored a 69 Peterbilt cab over years ago, and I've seen a couple of them.
I mean, our company right now, we're running mostly Kenworths. We still have a few Pete's, but we got rid of most of them. I'm running a 2018 T680 Kenworth right now, averaging about 7 miles to the gallon, 7.5 on a good month.
So I'm guessing that the gas mileage really isn't that much different from a vintage rig to a modern one.
No. There's a big difference. It's a trade-off between if you want the new stuff, and I won't own it because of repairs, your diesel emissions fluids. They stay in the shop. They cost you out the ass. This truck here, I mean, I've got I got a Freightliner Classic. You pop the hood. There's nothing but motor there and plenty of room to work on it. And it's computerized, but it's simple. It's not like these new trucks. You pop the hood, there ain't nothing but wires.
So what kind of a gas mileage difference are we talking?
I'm getting 6.
So it's you lose one thing and gain another, pro and con to both sides.
Pretty much. Yep.
For me, I don't run E-logs. Anything that's 2000, it's got to be a 99 engine or older. You're E-log exempt for now till they get ready to change that. There's only one other way to I look for every loophole. There's only one other way to combat that, and that's getting a really old truck that didn't have ECM on it. Your big cam 400s or your A model cats.
Well, that's what that got me to ask the question, is because I've watched a few videos where guys go and they find an old Peterbilt or something that's been stored for 30 years in some pole barn, and they just basically clean it up, put new tires on it or whatever, and I guess it's ready to go. But it just made me wonder, how useful in today's market that would be.
Well, some of the older ones with your cats and your original Detroit motors are more reliable than the newer stuff if they were maintained good. The newer stuff, the problem you run into is the DEF, which is supposed to clean up your emissions, but when
makes it hotter. That engine's hotter, runs hard. My truck runs 180. These new trucks are over 200.
Yeah, an average of 200. But if you take DEF and eliminate it, because parts are so hard to find, you can do a delete on it.
Which is let me be clear, that is illegal. So I don't condone all that.
No, but the FMCSA is allowing it because parts are so far back ordered you can't get them.
I know Pilgrim's Pride, they did get a piece of paper from them that if they had to, that they would. Me, they wouldn't allow me. I don't have all that
So
gazillions
is
of
the
dollars.
DOT rules the same all the way across the country?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
federal.
Why wouldn't they be? Yeah, the
Yeah.
federal. Yeah.
Turn all 18-wheelers into.
Yep.
I just thought like California might have more stringent rules or something. You
They
know?
do on the
they,
emissions.
they do, but unless you run regular dedicated in and out of California, most drivers won't go there anymore.
I can't
know
take
if
my. Not
anybody
supposed to
here-
take my truck into California.
Well, I was going to say, I'm not sure if anybody here is old enough to remember, but that all this pollution control stuff started in California.
Mm-hmm.
The cars that were shipped there to the dealerships were the first ones to get all the little special pain in the asses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What happens out west generally blows east.
Yep. Pretty much.
It's I look for every loophole. It's like I have a E-log exempt engine. If you have a 99 mile or older, you don't have to run E-logs. Also, I run the 150 air mile rule, which I stay in a radius most of the time of 150 air miles. So I don't have to touch a piece of paper. I don't have to touch a paper log. I just fill out a time
You're not
sheet.
running a glider kit, are you?
No, mine's a 1999 Freightliner Classic.
Okay. The only reason I mentioned it is because I'm sure, as you know, they were trying to go after glider kits.
Oh, yeah, you can't. I don't think they're allowed to make them anymore. But I mean, they're trying to phase all this shit out. That's why I said I'm a dinosaur. In 10 years, it won't be none of what I got out here still going. I don't believe. So
Well, you
yeah,
got to start saving
For the
parts
love
now.
of God, hurt feelings? No. Worried about you? Yes. Hurt feelings. Ed, you got feelings?
What are you talking about, rabbits? What?
Wait, we're supposed to have feelings?
yeah.
Damn, I missed the memo.
Private chat. Read it.
Oh.
Oh, man, you make me work.
Oh,
here.
fuck. 1 second. What is it? I didn't know it was a questionnaire. What you got? What's up?
Who, what, when, where, how, and why?
What do we got?
Possible cobalt mine in East Palestine.
Which one is it? Rabbit, is it your private comment? Well, that's all that's on there. Oh.
Who shot who in the what now?
Yeah. Where did this happen? What day was it?
Come on
God,
now.
so much in private chat.
And anybody else that's getting in here in the chat, hello, everybody. Benji.
Yep. Hey, y'all.
Minder Stu, Cindy. Who else? Agent J. Jerry Lee. I like that guy.
Agent J's
I like
board.
the way Jerry thinks.
Big puppet's been on the road. Wow.
If y'all got thoughts right now too about going to try to grow something, now would be the time you might want to try to start grabbing some, because I got the feeling here in the next month that stuff's going to get scarce somehow.
Yeah, but don't plant right now. It's a trap.
Just grab stuff. That didn't say stick it in the dirt, but
there we go.
Well, if you got some indoor, if you have indoor pots, you can do it indoor.
And Chuck showed
where
you guys
your temperature is regulated.
Control.
I got to tell you guys about something. Up here in Michigan, I have seen geese the last week and a half flying in every freaking direction. They don't know what to do.
That ain't right, Camel, and you know it.
Yeah, but that could be more of the pole shift and issues with the other stuff than.
Well, damn, we can't control the universe, but good point.
poison clouds, that could be part of it. They can sense shit.
Could be, sure.
It ain't normal.
They could be just looking
Been
for
up here
rabbit.
for a long time, and I ain't never seen geese like this. Matter of fact, I ain't never seen geese in February anyways.
Oh, they're here now where I deliver up here in Greenville. Them some bitches coming there, and you don't even want to get around them. They're ornery as hell.
All over the place. And annoying.
Most people call them cobra chickens.
Ooh. Oh. Accurate.
Canadian geese.
Accurate.
AKA cobra chickens.
All right, all my life, Canadian geese fly south for the winter. They leave like in November sometime. You don't see them till you start smelling spring in the air. All right, which is not February in Michigan. Right?
It's usually
So-
no, it's usually like April, typically, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's just really some strange things going on. That's all. And if you, everything I've read about in history, you should pay attention to nature. You know, it's trying to tell you something.
If anybody wants to look up a movie to watch, look up Knock at the Cabin. We watched that shit last night. Make you think.
Knock at the Cabin.
Well, got to give us a topic now, Chuck. Give us a topic. What's it about?
It's basically a new breed of the four horses of the apocalypse, four horsemen. It's messed up. It's one of them M. Night Shyamalan or whatever the name of the damn.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Oh, yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
I have no idea what that is, honestly.
It's fucked up like a football bat, but it kept me sitting on the edge of my seat.
So does it like list the four horsemen like pestilence, war?
Just the fact of the people that come in and they're trying to tell these people the main and moral of the story is it's a gay couple with a child. And they show up at their house out in the middle of nowhere and tell them basically what's going on and to stop the end of the everything as we know it and start the apocalypse. That between the three of them, they have to come to a decision, and one of them has to sacrifice himself. And each time one of them doesn't, they ask them 3 times over a day if they come to a decision. Every time they say no,
something happens.
One of the 4 people would sacrifice their self to open one of the vials, whatever you want to call it, bringing pestilence, disease.
Kind of sounds like that sounds like Thanos in the Marvel movie. You know, you got to get all the rings, and then you just, you had to sacrifice. You had to throw that chick off the side of the cliff. Got to sacrifice somebody. Always got to sacrifice somebody.
But the person
and they even have the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There's a mutant called Apocalypse that has 4 horsemen. It's war, death, pestilence, and what's the other one? Famine.
Yep.
Damn, now I don't want to watch it, Chuck.
You might want to look at that.
Really? He's like, that shit ain't not right.
I don't like
Rabbit,
stuff.
you probably know. What is it about M. Night Shyamalan that's ringing a bell in my mind?
Because you watched everything from The Village and the rest, because you like mysteries, because you pick shit apart. And
I hated all this shit because it's like somebody running through the woods holding a camera pointed at themselves, and that was bullshit.
To some extent, but he's done watched it. He knows the thrillers. If anything, it's a biography.
I haven't seen any of those movies, Rabbits. It'd have to be a book, and it'd have to be old.
We'll do a really old book. It's right up there with The Tower, Stephen King.
Yep.
Ooh.
The Tower.
There we go.
And I'm not one to promote any movies, but this movie kept me. I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom, get a tea or nothing. Like, I watched that after I got off there with y'all, and it's like, I didn't get up.
Predictive programming.
Yep.
Oh, or what's the other one? Learned helplessness. And the room goes deathly quiet.
I'm just sitting here thinking everything in my brain is going on. We got earthquakes, cutting Turkey in half, and we probably gonna have more food
to
issues.
hell with that brain. You're a smart fucker. You guys are awesome in your own right. When it comes down to it, whether it's alien lizard people, hypothetically clones and mirrors and images, blue beam, who gives a damn? Food, water, shelter, security.
That is
reverse.
Beans, bullets, and band-aids.
Reverse, gorgeous.
And I got all that.
Shelter, and the rest. And what you worried about?
Good, man. I got lots of ammo. I got food. I got water. I got heat. I'm doing pretty good. I feel good.
You know what I'm missing, Camel? You know what I'm missing? Fellowship. I've got the gear. I've got the training. I got the people. You know what I'm really missing? Other like minds.
Yeah, but
I'm about 10 minutes, Meat Puppet, from doing a copper mine somewhere, opening an airstrip, and being one of those cult from the 60s, because I'm over it.
Sure. Well, look, and you've all only got that stuff until the rioters and the government come take it from you.
True that. In fact, yeah, I'm aware.
Well, that's what people always ask me. Why you got all these guns and ammo? Well, actually, I don't. They fell off this boat when I was out the Gulf fishing. But the reason why I had them before then, it's not to fight the military. It's to fight the people that group together that want to come take your shit.
Trucker, you got to tell them the truth, Trucker. You got to tell them the truth. You were walking down the road and someone took them from you.
Yes, they stole them all.
You know why what I tell them, why you need more ammo, why you need another gun, because fuck you, that's why.
Which is lovely. Which is lovely. But
No,
you know what I really need?
What you tell
Sorry.
him is you need. Sorry, hold on one second, Rabbit. You tell him you need more ammo, more guns because reloading is stupid.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. I love the premise. But to be honest, let's really break it down to brass tacks. When the dust settles, right? When the bleeding stops, because all bleeding stops one way or another, whether it's
Right.
medical or other. When it's all done, without fellowship, without community, what's the point?
Right.
That's the one I think I've seen, Brew. Thank you. That was the one where it was tricky. Bruce Willis was dead and he didn't know he was dead till the end.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, like that sign I want to get for the outside of my house. There's locks on my doors for your protection.
Don't do that. You guys are onto something.
I don't advertise. I don't. But simple fact, because I've still got a teenage girl at the house. I don't, because I don't want to have to take care of business with somebody.
Me either.
And you have to just tread lightly. But if I was just by myself, oh hell yeah.
That's why they target orphans and the rest of it for operators. No one wants it.
I saw one sign that it's a picture you could make into a sign that I know Chuck would like. It had an outline of like an M60 saw with the handle on top, and then it had the your normal orange and black warning colors. It says, "Warning: if you can read this, you're within range."
Yep. I just got posted out on the front of my door and in the front. I just put that out there because in Texas, if you got it marked, it should be self-explanatory.
A friend of mine gave me a sign back in the early 80s. He was stationed on a nuclear submarine for a long time. And it's a sign that was in the hallway right outside of where they kept the nuclear missiles inside of a Titan-class submarine. And it says, "Warning, authorized personnel only. Deadly force is authorized." And it's a metal sign about a foot and a half by a foot and a half with red danger draping all the way around it. It's one of my little treasures.
Guys, I got to jump off here. I got to talk to my lease driver. He's getting loaded and he's probably got an issue. So I got to jump off here and make a quick phone call, and I'll try to come back up.
All right, man. Hey, you'd be good.
Let's see here. Let's hit more buttons and do this and do that. There we go.
Later, bud.
More buttons.
Just curious.
What is
Your
reality?
thoughts.
Knowledge, the meaning of life. Big topics you might
On
tackle
what?
figuratively, explaining existence as a journey down a road or across an ocean, a climb, a war, a book, a thread, a game, a window of opportunity, or an all too short-lived flicker of flame. 2,400 years ago, one of history's most famous thinkers said life is like being chained up in a cave, forced to watch shadows flitting across a stone wall. Pretty cheery, right? That's actually what Plato suggested in his Allegory of the Cave, found in Book 7 of the Republic, in which the Greek philosopher envisioned the ideal society by examining concepts like justice, truth, and beauty. In the allegory, a group of prisoners have been confined in a cavern since birth with no knowledge of the outside world. They are chained facing a wall, unable to turn their heads, while a fire behind them gives off a faint light. Occasionally, people pass by the fire carrying figures of animals and other objects that cast shadows on the wall. The prisoners name and classify these illusions, believing they're perceiving actual entities. Suddenly, one prisoner is freed and brought outside for the first time. The sunlight hurts his eyes, and he finds the new environment disorienting. When told that the things around him are real, while the shadows were mere reflections, he cannot believe it. The shadows appeared much clearer to him, but gradually his eyes adjust until he can look at reflections in the water, at objects directly, and finally at the sun, whose light is the ultimate source of everything he has seen. The prisoner returns to the cave to share his discovery, but he is no longer used to the darkness and has a hard time seeing the shadows on the wall. The other prisoners think the journey has made him stupid and blind, and violently resist any attempts to free them. Plato introduces this passage as an analogy of what it's like to be a philosopher trying to educate the public. Most people are not just comfortable in their ignorance, but hostile to anyone who points it out. In fact, the real-life Socrates was sentenced to death by the Athenian government for disrupting the social order, and his student Plato spends much of the Republic disparaging Athenian democracy, while promoting rule by philosopher kings. With the cave parable, Plato may be arguing that the masses are too stubborn and ignorant to govern themselves. But the allegory has captured imaginations for 2,400 years because it can be read in far more ways. Importantly, the allegory is connected to the theory of forms developed in Plato's other dialogues, which holds that, like the shadows on the wall, things in the physical world are flawed reflections of ideal forms, such as roundness or beauty. In this way, the cave leads to many fundamental questions, including the origin of knowledge, the problem of representation, and the nature of reality itself. For theologians, the ideal forms exist in the mind of a creator. For philosophers of language viewing the forms as linguistic concepts, the theory illustrates the problem of grouping concrete things under abstract terms. And others still wonder whether we can really know that the things outside the cave are any more real than the shadows. As we go about our lives, can we be confident in what we think we know? Perhaps one day a glimmer of light may punch a hole in your most basic assumptions. Will you break free to struggle towards the light, even if it costs you your friends and family? Or stick with comfortable and familiar illusions? Truth or habit? Light or shadow? Hard choices, but if it's any consolation, you're not alone. There are lots of us down here.
Yeah, I pointed out to them to look up things about changes in society after world fairs. Yep, matrix theory. That's what the word I was looking for earlier. Do we get shut off?
No.
Shit. After every world fair, there's a massive change.
At least I don't think we did.
No, I was looking at somehow or other my stream on YouTube was at the beginning. It shuts itself off when I leave it, I guess.
Huh.
Everybody quiet now.
Yeah,
To some
just 'cause
extent.
it's been a long day.
Yeah, you can have 3 seasons just by driving 500 miles, can't you, Meat?
You're damn right you can.
Maybe 4.
Depending on which way you're driving, yeah.
Good question. What keeps Meat driving? Why keep persevering?
Well, that's pretty simple. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah,
That's it.
that song. That's my job. That's what I do.
And the prosperity of your children.
I like it.
Oh, if I had
like
kids,
it.
sure.
Well, that you admit to.
No, I just don't have any. But
I'm being silly. Sorry.
no, I see your point. I realize that. I'm just saying.
Well, then quit screwing around, because last I checked, there's a bunch of people we don't want breeding who are, and a
Right.
bunch of people we do want breeding who aren't.
Well, to be fair,
prank caller.
to be fair, I haven't found anybody who deserves me. So,
Ooh, hot topic. Ooh, woo. Camo, what the hell up?
I'm holding things down right now.
Where's little Camo? Thailand? Portuguese? Man's been all over.
sock drawer.
I'm willing to bet there's a Canadian Camo out there that he won't admit to. Because this man has been all over God's green earth.
Produced in a canoe on Lake Superior.
There might have been something conceived in Bahamas once, because that's the only time I've ever lost.
The man said something. You can't say it like that, Cam. You can't say something. Damn it. Prank caller. Something. The effigy. The paraphernalias. Come on now. Something.
It's the only lost hours I have in my life, so there's no telling.
Hey, Ridge Runner. Yeah, somebody put on about the Amish with all this stuff. Okay, they're going to turn the lights off. Okay, what's that going to do to us?
Not lights, not much. Poison, toxic groundwater.
Yeah. That's my key word earlier.
A hypothetical. The people that want to destroy you don't limit themselves to one avenue. They all know it. Everyone knows. Frog knows it. They all know it. If someone wants it to be a destructive measure, they don't limit themselves to one avenue.
Yeah, I got to correct that fake news too. I ain't been everywhere.
For the record, I apologize for such fake news. It was more of an admiration thing, and I apologize. Camel's only been 99.9% of everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Happy times.
Yeah, Bonnie, if you're out there, jump on up. I don't know if I tried to call you earlier. But
you stand by, you watch, read the chat. You either kill it and go there the private time, or you smile. I heard a yawn.
Oh.
That's
Yep,
sleepy
you
time,
did.
me puppy. Get your ass to bed, bro. You've earned it. Thank you for what you do. Get some rest, man. Fight the good fight with every wheel. With every wheel turn. With every axle. Thank you.
I think I might, because I've been running since 6 o'clock. I've been parked for, I don't know, the last 45-ish minutes.
that pillow's starting to sing to you, ain't it?
Oh, a little bit.
It's looking at you saying, "Hey, baby."
Pretty much starting to whisper sweet nothings in my ear.
I ate the pine cone because it told me to.
You need to sleep without your phone if your pillow's talking to you.
The only thing I use the phone for is an alarm clock, typically. Other than getting up on panels.
It gives you something to do. Hell, you guys used to have plenty to do with a CB, but you don't have that now. So I guess cell phone, but.
No, I mean, I got a CB in here, but half the people are just talking a bunch of nonsense.
So you mean the CB is just like everything else?
Pretty much.
That ain't true, and you know it.
It's a low-tech social media.
Just because you don't agree and don't like it, don't mean it's not nonsense. In fact,
oh no,
you know
it's. I promise you, it's complete and utter nonsense. It's a lowest form of social media nonsense you could ever possibly imagine.
So we'll go with your own words at your own voice. How things heading, brother? Safe and secure, or chaotic? And what the fuck? You're on the road. You spin the wheels.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm safe and secure right now, but things in the industry are a little chaotic.
Tracking.
Was Bonnie or someone else coming back up, or did we scare everybody else off?
Chat's still talking. We got NC Debs, we got Echo, we got the rest of they're all aflutter. But you are about to go to bed, so we understand.
Yeah. Where did whatever happened to Ed? I haven't seen Ed in a hot minute.
He's indisposed at the moment. He's got a small cult outside of Colorado. He's teaching them the way of the light.
Ah, I see.
That is completely bullshit, but maybe.
Well, I figured it's unbelievable.
It is believable.
I thought maybe he was just out, maybe pissing behind the bushes and got arrested or something.
Equally plausible. Equally plausible.
I figured he was just busy pouring the concrete walls to his bunker.
Could be.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He comes to the bunker. He doesn't build the bunker.
Have you ever seen a YouTuber named Mountain Fortress?
Negative.
Nope.
This guy is building a castle on top of the mountain in the middle of the desert.
God
And
Oh, that guy. Yes.
He
That
carved
guy's
this
been
little
over on
track up the side.
Yeah, he was on with the Diesel Brothers a few times. They brought material out to him to help
Yep,
rebuild his
yep.
thing that burned down.
He works for the Diesel Brothers, in fact.
Yeah, he's been like 20 years building it, and it burnt down, and I had to rebuild parts of it.
Oh yeah, he's gotten quite a ways on it now. He's installing solar stuff and windmills and stuff on top of it. It's quite the plan.
It's pretty windy up there anyway. So yeah, down there in Utah, yeah.
He had a couple fires that
Standalone. Sorry.
his last
Let me
fire
get-
had a movie prop from I forget what movie, but it was the exact truck I got. It was a 77 M886 Dodge Power Wagon, and it burned up in his last fire.
Yeah.
Rabbit's playing 7 Days to Die.
That dude has like 200 military
Rabbit's
trucks
right here.
parked at the base of that mountain.
He has 200. He has what again?
He has about 200 military trucks parked at the base of that mountain.
Oh yeah. The extra
Won't matter.
vehicles. Yeah.
Hey, Meat Puppet, let me ask you a question. You've done hard road, long road, right?
Yeah.
What is PMCS, Preventive Maintenance Care? Most people
No,
don't
it's
understand.
preventive maintenance checks and services.
I would
Right.
totally submit to that. That's so awesome, Camo.
No,
Cool.
Carl's right. That's what it is. But
Bottom line
Anyway,
is
what's
this:
your-
PMCS. If you don't move, how do you move? And good call, Carl. Total respect. How do you move? How do you move without it?
without preventive maintenance, you don't.
Without PMCS, you don't, right?
Well, if you don't do PMCS, then you're going to improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's what you're going to have.
That's a
Well,
really
but
good.
that's only gonna-
that's a really good fucking slogan, Camo.
Well,
but that
hold
doesn't
on.
work out.
That with these kind of equipment that we drive out here, that
Thank
will only get you so far. And it
That's
gets you a little
right.
ways down the road, but you're still gonna have to eventually do some preventive maintenance or regular maintenance because there's just no
Well,
way
you're
around
right.
it.
I mean, a panty hose fan belt's not going to get you far.
Yeah. Might,
I guess
it might
I guess
get you
this
to
is
the next
weird.
town.
Slightly more complicated than people think it is. In other words,
Oh,
they're
it
like,
is. Yeah.
We're gonna adapt, overcome, and provide. That's horseshit. We're not. We have less than 7 days of fuel, less than 6 days of replacement parts. We're looking at 1 week of normal civilization if things go bust. What are we gonna
yeah.
do? What are we gonna do? And this man, Meat Puppet, moves the shit, and a lot of other people move the shit. So where we at? You can have a gun, you can have a will. How you doing without logistics? I got a question for you, Meat. How's the world work without logi, without logistics?
doesn't.
It doesn't. It stops. It
about
stops.
4 days to empty the
Less,
shells in America.
less. 72 hours. You know the deal. You know you read the same briefs. You know. They tell you the same crap. They're like, hey, keep it moving or it doesn't. And when it
Yep.
doesn't, gorgeous, when it doesn't, oh yeah, you heard that sigh, ladies and gentlemen? You heard that genuine, non-influenced, no fucking voiceover sigh. He feels it. He lives it.
Well, everybody wants the stuff, but they don't want you parking in their backyard. You know, 1 week you're a hero because they need some shit back in the store, and then the next week they forget about you.
Yeah, that's all of us, right? I mean, think about it. You get shot. You're taken to an ER. Thank you, doc.
Mhm.
And you forget their name. The unsung masses. Cornerstone, right? Last I checked, that Cornerstone is rather fucked. No disrespect to you or the rest. It's the conglomerate. Where is the fucking structure? Where is it? They never talk about it, right? They're like, hey, it'll magically work out. You move shit from A to B.
Yep.
How's the rest of it work out?
Logistics.
And no one talks
You guys
about it.
ever You ever hear about the history of the Big Red One? The supply
Mm.
lines in World War II and all that? How it was imperative to protect the supply lines?
Old Bob Ross.
Love it.
I'm losing you guys, ain't I?
I hear you.
Tracking.
Can you even hear the wind kicking when it kicks up?
No.
Good. Good. Shoot, place was rattling here. I muted while you played that video because I thought it was too loud.
Yeah, it wasn't a video. It's just a picture.
No, I meant that one that Rabbits put up. I missed the picture, whatever you showed.
Wasn't me. It was Chuck.
It was from the Goonies. Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
It's safe to go to Ohio now.
Damn it, me. you
Yeah,
know
but
better.
we're talking
You know
about
better.
Plato's Cave. I was talking about the Plato Cave one.
Which it was? What was the question?
That's when it got so loud, the wind was kicking here that I muted because I thought it was going to be too loud.
Then you missed
Now
it.
I find you guys can't even hear it. I can hear you
Right.
guys drop a tissue, but you guys can't hear the tent shaking around like this.
It's kind of a reverse reverb thing. Did you watch Plato's Cave? That bullshit I showed?
Yeah, I watched it. I've seen something on it before. All I can say about that is everybody's different.
Then what's the real question?
There was none. I have no question.
A statement about us not being able to hear his tent.
Yeah, I got that, but I was like, what the fuck? All right, tracking.
Well, if you want us to hear it flap around, just stick your head out the front of your tent and we'll hear the breeze.
Yeah, then my phone will get wet. It's like a sleep.
Oh. Well, so maybe you shouldn't do that then.
I'm nice, dry, and warm.
We'll either hear
I'll
the
lose
wind
50
or
cents. I'll lose 50 cents of propane just opening that door.
Right.
I'm pretty comfortable too.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Wow. TV said if I get on my boosters and eat bugs and get an electric car, all the weather would get gooder.
No, it won't. You could seriously
That sounds like
eliminate.
a threat.
You could seriously eliminate all emissions if you had a magic button. Eliminate all emissions starting tomorrow for the rest of eternity. 0 emissions. It would only
Okay,
affect
wait a
the
minute.
weather
All
by
right.
1/10 of 1 degree.
Yep.
Why only us though? Because most of the world doesn't have an environmental protection agency.
No. Listen, I'm talking worldwide. You had a magic button. You press it. Boom. No more emissions worldwide. It would only affect the global
Right.
temperature by 1/10 of 1 degree worldwide.
Well, okay, all right, but I'm talking more like this.
Bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. It's like all these other, especially countries like China, they do all kinds of things that are bad for the environment, and nobody regulates them. Nobody cares. They do whatever the hell they want, right? But here in America, we're we've got so much red tape you can't get the job done. How
Yeah,
is
tough
that?
Politicians trying to make money. That's how.
Right. I'm just pointing out that there's this real large bias that's existed for a long while. If you ask anybody in high up in the manufacturing, they know all about it.
Anybody with half a brain and common sense knows about it if you're paying attention.
Okay, what is that? What's the percentage of the population that's like that?
At this point, seeing what I've seen, I would say less than 5% of the country. Give or take 5%.
Well, at least not in this community. We got a lot of smart people in this community. I'd say there's like 95% of the people in this that we know on this platform are wide awake.
Yeah. Right. What do you think, Rabbit? What do you think about my guesstimation on the numbers?
You're on point. Moisture dead. They wake up dead. They fucking lie to themselves. They don't act. You know what's up. They can hold on to the idea of something will be better, or the idea that something will save them. Either way, the same result. 64% or higher, 84% by government numbers. You're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better if we stop lying to each other.
Well,
it's always
I don't
better
lie
to tell the
anyways. I
truth.
don't want to lie. I try very hard not to lie.
I didn't say you, Camo. I'm talking about the numbers, not you personally.
No, I'm just saying that's not a common quality, though. All right, we're in a world where lies are the normal.
No doubt, no doubt. And if lies are the normal, death is normal. You guys know what's up. You don't need anyone else's voice. You already feel it deep down inside. That small little fucking tick behind your right ear saying, "Hey, run." You know. Don't lie to yourself. Don't listen to anyone else. You guys already know. And yet here you are, looking for answers, waiting to whistle past the fucking graveyard. We know what's up. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, shit.
What's up, Anti-At Jack? I saw the video you sent me. That young guy with the guitars got a little bit of talent to him. I liked it. Reminded me of hanging out with my buddies when they learned guitar. I kind of miss that.
So there, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just making sure we didn't bore you to sleep.
No, I'm just looking up stuff through my shit that I got and whether I want to post it or not.
No, right on.
I got
You
one.
guys keep an eye out. Tomorrow's supposed to be the 24th, which is a TikTok trend going where they're going to start doing RAPE to women.
It won't work. It won't. Post a video.
I thought it was Saturday.
Well, isn't tomorrow or the next day when they hand over control of whatever in the country to the WHO?
3 days. 3 days from now.
Oh,
It's already done. Yes.
Well, yeah, it's already been done, but I mean officially.
Okay. What is officially?
3 days.
Officially, we're gonna rape you in the ass and fuck you over. Come on now, gentlemen.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, all right. Officially, that the World Health Organization is going to be put in control of any type of pandemic or medical catastrophes within the United States.
You've already experienced it. You lived it. 6 feet in front of you, right? Move to left or right. The entire globe. They can't agree on napkins, gentlemen. When they meet for the UN meetings, when they meet in the EU meetings, they can't even agree what plates to fucking eat on. But they agreed on this. You know, you've lived it. Past tense. Welcome to the fucking club. Play the video, Chuck. That's where we're at. We're in apocalypse bingo, ladies and gentlemen. And we're all
This
in
is
it.
the longest apocalypse ever.
Slow burn. Slow burn works. You don't hit them right away. We tried that in the past. People revolted. They rised against it. Entire high school classes volunteered to stop it. You want to fuck someone? You do it slow. Real slow. Just a tip. We're living.
Well, if you want to boil a frog, you start off in cold water.
I'm talking about 9 frogs. 10 generations.
And you frog. I forgot you were in chat.
I'm talking about people who will wake up and not know what a frog is, or what a boy is, or what a girl is. You know.
They're ready at that point.
You felt it. Deep down inside, you felt it. No discussion of violence. No discussion of revolution. Simple discussion of disdain, disagreement.
You don't expect anybody here to fall none of that nonsense,
Negative.
do you?
Not one bit. Not one bit. Most
What's
people
up, Hit
that can
Girl?
hear my voice, most people that can hear my voice already know it. I am not a
Dan
sound.
Broberg.
What is it, Chuck?
What?
It's saying the same thing in the back of your own voice. You already know. You don't need us. You know it. Now, whether you act on it, that's the sin. You can see it and do nothing and be cast aside, or you can see it and do what, Meat? You can do your best with what
I
you
can
got.
say it the plainest way and make it sense to everybody like me here. You got a doorway you walk through 100 times a day, and you know if you don't duck your head a little bit, you're going to bump that doorway. Sometimes people do it, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
George Carlin said it best: be happy with what you got. You're not part of the gang. They have no flags. They have no country. Survive while you can. Now, shitty message, right? That's not a happily ever after, is it? That's not all the king horses and all the king's men, is it? Nah. That's called perseverance. Where you at?
Damn, I hear crickets out.
Thinking to myself of when they went to the digital switchover, because that was the last time I watched or even owned a TV. Somewhere around 2009, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't normally watch that shit. I put it on murder porn, but I watched that yesterday. That movie just...
Damn, NC. Good point.
They completely pissed me off, Chuck. I lived up north here in Michigan, and when they switched to digital, you had to go, they give you like a coupon or something to get some of the money off the boxes or whatever. You still had to pay some for the box. And then when I finally got to digital TV working, none of my TV shows were available. There was completely different channels that were available all of a sudden. I packed that thing up. I was done with it.
Which is irrelevant to how you can live the rest of your fucking life. Hey, Camel, you got a measuring tape? You got a measuring tape in your house, in your tent, where you're at. You got a measuring tape.
What kind?
Doesn't matter. Something that measures fucking numbers, left to right.
Okay, well, I've got my Craftsman 75 footer. I got my Craftsman 50 footer. I got my Luskin 25 footer. I've got cloth tapes. I've got yardsticks. What do you mean? Do I have something?
Hold that thought, Gorgeous. Hold that thought. That's everyone who can hear my voice. Do you have a 25-foot measuring tape? Maybe a metallic.
Yeah, of course I do.
I love it. Now work with me. Work with me, and please humor me, and thank you for your patience. Most people agree, average male life or female, 60, you're pissing in a bag. Not all of us, but most people.
I'm not pissing in a bag, man.
The government agrees. Once you hit 50, you're no good. You're not a threat, right? So pull that measuring tape out, right? And I want you to put the finger, your left hand, on where you're at now. Maybe you're 35, maybe you're 25, right? And the other finger on where you are in the 60 range. And I want you to physically look at it, because that's how the government looks at it. You're no fucking threat. You can debate all day long. You're nothing. You're dead. You're over. That's how they look at it.
Why should I care what? Wait a minute. Why should I care what the government thinks?
You have two options, Camel. You can live homeless like you have, or you can be planted. You are not a success story, and you know this. True or false? Are you a fucking success story?
Define success. Do I find happy?
No, wait.
Stop right where the fuck you are. Right now, stop where the fuck you are. Because you're assuming and not letting me finish. All right? I go to answer you, and then you go over talking me. Now, the thing is,
I'll wait.
I'm not. You got to define success, because I'm a pretty happy person.
1950s highest quality of life. One man working.
Right.
One house. 2.5 kids. One fucking car. I want to hear it.
I'm none of that. I've never lived that style of life. I've never been there.
Never.
I'm pretty much the same way I've always been. You know. No, I live day to day, man.
Do you own a home? Where do you poop?
No. Hell no. I've told you all this. You don't have to ask me questions, but you already know the answers.
I want to know where you shit.
In your mouth.
What do you mean where I shit?
Where do you poop?
In the same place anybody else is.
No, where do you shit? You were cheated. You were fucked, is my point. You're living under a bridge in someone's yard. That's a mistake. You're better than this. You deserve more than this. We all do. That's the point. It's not a hit on you. If we don't recognize that this shit is not, we're not all going to be movie stars. We're not going to live hefty fucking after. You know what this is, meat. Camel, you can sit there and say whatever you want. Where are you at? Right now.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be, I think.
Bullshit, motherfucker. We talked in private. Let's be honest.
No, currently I'm right where I need to be.
We'll play a game. We'll play a game. Where do you poop?
Listen.
Where do
just
you poop?
Because
Answer the fucking question.
The same fucking place everybody else does. I don't get what you're trying to get to.
Toilet, where are you at? It's bullshit.
Yes, a toilet.
Really? Where at? You know,
the same place that I shower. The same place that. The same place that
your neighbor's house. Your neighbor's house, right? The person you're looking out for, right? Not
I
your
have
house.
full use of anything I need.
Full use of someone else. That's irresponsible. You've earned your own.
Well, it's a mutual agreement.
I don't give
it's
a shit.
Mutual.
It is. I don't give a crap. It's not yours. Where is ours? We were all told we're going to be movie stars. It's going to be dress right dress. It wasn't. Where's the honesty?
I've already told you all the honesty, but you're painting it in a way that I don't feel.
I'm being honest, and that you're what?
You're painting it in the way you see it, not the way I see it.
Where do you see it? I'll shut up. I'll mute. Where do you see it? What do you see as success?
Whatever makes a person happy. If you're satisfied
I'm not
with
worried
your
about
life,
person. Are you happy? Are you happy? Fuck the rest.
most of the time. I can't lie and say I'm not. I'm always happy, but I am happy most of the time.
Fuck that. Let's mess with it. We talked about this. I am sick of people satisfied with the rest. What do you want? Where are you at?
I'm in a place where there's a lot of room for improvement.
No, you need to be you. You know what you are.
Well, rabbits, that's not going to change anytime soon either. All right.
Why not?
So
why not?
You have to accept some things in life. And work with what you got.
Fear. Anyone can hear my voice. You know what keeps you from being successful? What keeps you under those fucking chains? It is the fear. The fear of loss.
I don't have any fear, man. What I had was a business that folded under me when they put these band-aids in.
It failed.
And
I am
killed
so sorry.
a little town that was actually the town was just coming back.
You had a stranger out of nowhere saying, "Let's do something else. Let's be this." No one. Everyone's afraid. No one trusts anyone. That's our mistake.
No, you just made something else up that's not right too. Because
I'll prove it.
Yeah.
I'll prove it with previous conversations. Did I? Did I?
Yeah, you just said it all wrong. You just said it all wrong.
I'll mute it. You say it right.
Something about why I was here. You know, it's
my question.
It is a mutual agreement. Just so you know. Well, let me explain. Listen, where I'm at right now, but you're not letting me talk.
I'm not because you feel and you know it is not you. It is not yours. You are not alone.
Listen, let me talk. All right, let me.
Why?
Because you're telling other people that has no. That has no.
I don't care about you. We're nobody. We're voices on the
internet. I care about them.
And let's feel it. Let's see it. Why? Tell me a good reason, and I'll shut up. Let's do
the guy that I stay on the property with. He had his back broke. He had a bunch of surgeries.
Not interested.
He could not do nothing for himself. The entire property.
His girlfriend was going to bolt you. Skip ahead.
Fuck you, rabbits, for not letting me finish.
Skip ahead because you know the end. This is short attention span with the audience. Skip ahead. We have a sob story.
You're impossible, man.
A sob story that you dealt with, right? And yet
you're impossible.
Really?
Yeah, really, because you don't let somebody else talk.
I'll do you one better, Camel. I rely on no one for nothing, and me and mine are successful. We want you to be the same. That's it. Regardless of backstory. And
well, I'm sorry I don't meet your standards, but I do okay for myself.
You know exactly what I mean. You don't, and you could. You could. But there's a hesitancy.
And I will get out of where I'm at.
Really?
That's just the part. Yeah, I do.
Promise.
I have before.
People scanned your ass out. We know where you're at.
But since you make a 60-year-old, hit and can't do shit, well, we'll see.
Play the game. Skip to the end. Don't hesitate.
Is that 300 Warriors? That's actually 300 Survival? Because I haven't seen 300 Warriors in a long time. Yeah, see, you just won't let me finish up.
I'll stop.
Yeah, this is a temporary gig where I'm at, and I knew that from the get-go. The guy needed help. I've come in, I've done everything I can pretty much, and I'm at the end of my stay. But spring's coming, and I got work lining up, and I'll be out of this hole again. It's not the first time I've been on the bottom rung of the ladder. This is not my first rodeo.
That's not the point. You shouldn't be there. That's my point. You're taking as a person.
Well, that was beyond my ability to look. All right, it's hard to explain if you don't let me talk.
All right.
When I finally got my last shot, I had busted my ass for actually years to be able to get far enough ahead to open up my fourth shop in life. All right. I had just had that shop. 6 months after getting that shop, it was growing great, man. I mean, I had customers and everything. The town was actually building up. That's when this pandemic hit, and that town literally died. There was no more. I went from having maybe 30 people a day come through that shop to maybe 30 in a month. And everything that I dumped into that venture was everything I had. All right. I'm lucky to have got out of there with what I got.
What's up,
Well,
good to see you, man. How you doing?
What's up, 300?
Hey, what's up, man? I wondered if that was you.
But they know, and I'm so sick of hearing. No, we're not. Hey, I'm not gonna let him off the hook. I'm not. He's gonna have to kill that fucking stream and boot me before it goes away. Stand by.
What's up, 300 Warriors?
All right. How's everybody doing?
I'm surviving. Doing pretty good.
Everybody's doing good, and everybody's staying warm in these
not the answer I wanted.
Days. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still around. I'm still doing my thing. So.
Horse shit.
Just had to explain my whole situation because somebody's like not satisfied with my life.
Yeah. You ready for the best part? There's a caveat to that, Camo. There's a fucking caveat to that. The person unsatisfied for your life knows, doesn't think, doesn't hesitate, but knows you're better than this. Make sense?
Well, so do I, and I'll get there.
No. And no one gets here alone. I am very successful and satisfied where I'm at. Not alone. I had good people to my left and to my right. I could never do anything I've ever done alone. What I'm trying to say is this.
Well, that's probably because you have family and friends that are still alive.
They're not blood.
I don't.
They're not blood. I have people I've met on different corners of the earth. We've talked privately, and we will somewhat discuss publicly this. I think you're hesitant. And what I mean by that is
damn straight I am.
I get it. And I apologize for being so it's just time is short. You're badass and I don't like it. Maybe I should have said that to begin with, and I apologize. But I mean,
you did say it wrong, and you didn't let me answer the question.
It's an Aries thing, Camo. I'm a bit of an asshole, but I mean what I say, and you're badass, and you're worth it. If I didn't think so, I wouldn't fight for it. If I didn't think so, I'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? Let him fade away. You guys could talk about yourself to oblivion. I wouldn't give a shit. But I do, because I can see someone who gives a damn about themselves and the rest of it. Chuck, do I fuck around and waste time?
Rabbits, here's something that, you might not think I'm successful or whatever, but I've always been able to go anywhere in life and get a job. The day I was looking for it, I can get a good paying job anytime I want,
God
Anywhere
bless
I
you.
go,
God bless you. when
I've
you
always
do.
been able to do that.
That's
You
not
know,
my
so-
point. My point is you were fucking cheated, brother. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And I want you to really listen to what I'm saying. And I want the chat to listen. How many people are out there working 2 jobs and can't afford bottled water at $3 a fucking bottle? Bottled water is more than a tank of gas. How many people out there are lying to themselves, saying shit's gonna fucking reverse? I am not disrespecting the hard work you've done. I'm saying the course you're on is futile. It's a bitch. It sucks. There takes.
You might not like being alone, but I've been savoring the solitude.
Well, for the record, we agree on that. I am no good alone. I'm only as good as the person to my left and right. Now, if you take the path of solitude, then you never existed to begin with.
That's a crock of crap right there too, man. I've learned more
Hey,
about
who's
myself
gonna-
being
I'll
on
do
my
you one
own
better.
than I
I'm not
have any
interested
other
in what you
time.
fucking learn, Camel. Who's going to remember your name? Who's
I
going to
don't
remember
care
your
if
name?
anybody remembers
Well, and
my
that,
name.
and that point, go play in traffic right now with a gray rod. Quit wasting time.
And
Or
the way I
live.
see it is the only place I want to be remembered is in God's eyes.
Well, that's
See,
great.
the
I
thing.
got one for you. How about raise the bar? How about we raise in God? And
You can't raise the bar any higher than that.
You can. I'll do you one. I'll give you a challenge to be respected by your peers and be loved in the eyes of God. Not one or the other, but both. It's not if or then. It's all. You can do better.
You seem to think I'm looking for something that I'm
No,
not.
I don't care what you think and look at. I gave you my offer. I told you what I thought would make sense, and I made my peace. And you know where it's at. Not public, just us. And you still were like making excuses along the way. You want to stay there. You're looking to stay stuck. Why?
Well, I don't really feel stuck right now.
Well, in that respect, enjoy the cold. NC Debs, welcome.
Rabbit, I got a couple questions for you.
We'll do 2, just 2, because I got another chat. What you got?
That's all I got. How old are you?
43.
Respect your fucking elders. That's all I got to say.
I don't, because a rock by the ocean has been there. Wait, NC Debs. A rock by the ocean has been there 1,000 years. It's still a fucking rock. Age means shit.
And each rock is different, so is
Negative.
every grain of sand and every